My mysterious friend is correct. The sewers are indeed flooded. Wait, what? You're not talking to anybody, person? Guy? I can't remember your name. To descend further, I will have to find the local sluice pumps to drop the water levels. The smell is almost unbearable. It makes me gag. Why should the saboteur have flooded the tunnels, though? What did he hope to achieve? Aw, hell no. Is there really, like, an electric evil creature going to shock my butt in this game? Way too dark. Oh, no. Definitely not doing that. Ah, another letter. Several of the older forms have breached their containment area and escaped into the sewers. They remind me of my limitations. This is no Clem, and I am no Elihu. At least not quite yet. It is the heat generated from keeping the doorway between open that is to blame. We cannot simply pack them about with coolant as we do at the center where the doorway is. The later versions are kept safe by freezing temperature of those towers. Up here, where the air is hot and fetid, they become overheated, and their duality tears them asunder. As the other place flies from their cells and their vitae splinters. They live sporadically, torn from one world to another and back again in violent, unpredictable bursts. For a few seconds they are creatures of this world, then they are torn away and cease to have physical form. This vicious ripping back and forth between worlds has driven them quite insane. I have ordered the affected area sealed, and will not allow my loyal workers to enter. These are damned places now, the abode of failed experiments, ghosts of fear and spite. Yep, this guy is crazy. Majorly crazy. Great. Yes, I know. Creepy water thing that I couldn't even handle in the first one. I think I went the way I came, then, aren't I? Ah, this is... This is the way, I believe. It's all closed. Crab baskets.
can save them. We can set them free. We can replace a rotten old world with a clean new one.
Mr. Landis, you sound every bit the fanatic.
Well, how can I be otherwise, Professor? How can any man of ethics simply
Sounds like they're
stand
in
by
the
and
wall.
watch this world drown in its own excrement?
And your engineer, this visionary with whom you have embarked upon this course, does he share your views?
Indeed he does. Indeed he does. The poor fellow has seen it all before. Now, this is not the first great civilization he has wept for.
And so you set about things immediately upon your return?
Naturally. These things cannot be left to rot upon the tree. And sponsors were remarkably easy to find. I tell you, Professor, a trail of greed brings rich men to your door like pigs to truffles.
There's a letter there. As I said, look, my darlings, can you see it? And they said, yes, Daddy, we see it. A tall, weathered cap of a steep-sided pyramid like those of Egypt. Stone falling away from the summit, vines crawling about intertwining the stucco serpents that thrive about the steps. A palpable sense of stillness, a weight forgotten. And this, here, is where the king sat. And this is where the priests live. This house. This is the house of the dead. And here, where the sun strikes, this is where they threw the hearts that were not consumed. No, my darlings, they most certainly were not savages. You see, they believed the sky could fall on their heads, and they truly believed that offering blood was the only way of stopping this from happening. Perhaps, my darlings, perhaps they were mistaken altogether. Or perhaps their tragedy was they could simply not spill enough blood to prevent the sky from falling in upon them. Ew. Slös 1 and slös 2. Ja. J. Madness, post-diluvian. That's done it. Now I can enter the strange decontamination chamber once again and move onwards. The waters are pushed back, making the way to the bilge clear, where I can divert the remainder of this filthy torrent back to the Thames where it belongs and clear the path to the center of the machine. This isn't going to go well, dude. Trust me. I can already see it.
That's it, Papa. You're so near now.
Crazy dude's crazy. Oh, another one of these. Oh, there he is. Holy crap, there's a lot of them. Ew. Are they eating themselves? Like, more of their... Gross. Oh man. This has gotten so sad. What the hell? He turned pigs into humans, and then... Oh, look at its arm. This is so horrible. How can anyone do anything like this? Oh! You poor thing. They don't know any better. And treating them like this is horrible. I don't like this character at all now. I really don't. This is absolutely horrible. Remember, work together, sleep alone, fraternizing will not be tolerated. What the hell? Disposal tubes? Come on. Side too. Just go to one place. Nope. Well, here goes nothing. Ow. So I was correct in my assumption. This would have been the better way. And down the dark ladder we go. Let's go left. It's so dark. Jeez. Sounds are horrible. I mean, yeah, you think, okay, these are experiments, but still, really far down. Oh, here we go. From tide to spine. And who is that third? That shadow, that spirit child in the background? That barely formed, that changing, that almost lived, that never missed?
You seem to have undergone quite a profound conversion in Mexico, Mr. Mendes.
You could not have seen it yourself and not, Professor. As we disembarked, even through my fever, I saw the detritus of
Child
this
is over there.
so-called progress. I saw starvation and disease, rot and destruction polluting the waters of the Empire. We are ruiners, you and I, and all of us, and we make the world unclean.
And you took it upon yourself to act as Redeemer.
Professor, I would not be so presumptuous. I am merely a conduit. I am constructing an architecture to wrestle our damnation to the ground and smother it
I
with
said
speed.
come.
There's a journal. Nest of wretches. Dear God, a whole nest of these foul creatures. No mind. My instincts have drawn me thus far, and I am sure somewhere in this dark complex is a means of further descent. He doesn't even see the horribleness in everything that I saw. I will not see their faces as they go about their dark business, and yet I watch them sleep and eat and play, and they are so very human, so very childlike. Exactly. And I will not think of what I have seen of the chairs and the cages, and I will not think of how such monsters may be sculpted. That's horrible. These must be the build pumps. I am at the heart of my saboteur's efforts in order to keep his flood in place. He must have disabled these vast pumps, but he was clearly rushed. Thus far he has left most of his work incomplete. His clumsy efforts reduced to simply switching off all he could find. If I can locate the controls, the remedy will be simple.